So rather than writing out a long post about this, I wanted to just shoot a quick video and tell you guys about something that I think may be helpful. I think it falls in line with our discussion today about what is tempting us, or what do we find tempting, or how do we resist temptation. And it's something that I read about several years ago. And then when I started this year of finishing, which is my theme word for the year 2018, I kind of went back and reread it. And I'll post the link to the actual blog post that I read in the comments below. But it's the idea of when we are trying to create a change in our life, whatever that may be. And in this case, since we're, health and nutrition and fitness group, so say you're trying to make a change in something related to your health and nutrition and fitness. There's kind of two philosophies of thought and of where you might fall into. And it's called an abstainer or a moderator. So if you've heard about that theory before, you can just go ahead and stop the video, but that's what I'm going to tell you guys about real fast. So a moderator is somebody who can say, for instance, I'm going to eat 3 bites of ice cream. I'm going to enjoy those 3 bites of ice cream. I'm going to savor those 3 bites of ice cream. I'll be satisfied by them. And then I'm going to put the ice cream back in the freezer until I decide that I'm going to have another 3 bites of ice cream tomorrow or a week from now, whenever that may be. Or anything there, people who can say, I'm going to have 4 chips, or I'm going to have 1 serving of French fries. I mean, that's all my carbs and sugar, but you know what I mean? Or I can have 1 beer or 1 glass of wine. They can moderate their own behavior. And that may be successful for people. Some people, the idea of being deprived is worse than the idea of self-moderation. So they can self-moderate. And then there's the other category, which I think is where most people that I know fall into. And that is called the abstainer. And the abstainer is somebody who can't start. Once they start down the path, for instance, the ice cream, once they start with that 1 bite of ice cream, there are no 3 bites. That might be what they started off. Their intention may be to start off with 3 bites of ice cream. And the next thing you know, it's half a pint gone. Or chips and salsa. That happens to me. I go out to a restaurant. I'm only going to have a couple chips and salsa. Next thing I know, I'm ordering like the 3rd basket. Once you start, you don't have that ability to self-moderate. So you fall into the category of somebody called an abstainer. Just don't start. And that's me. If I don't start eating the sweets or the sugary stuff or the salt or the carbs or drinking a glass of wine, I'm not craving it. I'm not going to, drive out right now. I'm doing this 80-day obsession meal plan, which is a pretty tight meal plan. I'm actually feeling great, but I have not had 1 bite of tortilla chips. Those are kind of like my drug of choice. So it's the idea that you abstain from something, and it's a lot easier. It may be painful in those first couple days, but then it gets really easy, and you don't have to self-moderate. And so for me, one of the things that I really learned about myself in these first, 18 days into January, is that I'm absolutely an abstainer. Absolutely. If I don't start, it's easy for me. I can keep going. Then it kind of becomes a game with myself. For instance, we're doing no spend January, right? So it can even apply to spending. So we're doing no spend January. Don't spend money. It's easier for me to now kind of have this game of, we are on day 18 of not spending any money besides like what we called the grown-up things, paying bills and getting groceries. And now it's kind of become a game to me, and it's easier because I think inherently I am an abstainer. So just something to think about today. It made me think when I saw so many people in the comments talking about their love of sugar or all things carbs, or like I said, sometimes it happens with alcohol or spending money or whatever. Abstainer or a moderator. So think about it. Let us know which one you are. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.